Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. If you are new, hi, hello, welcome. My name is Kyla and my channel is just a plethora of all things that I love. And today we are doing the second installment of the How I Named My American Girl series. Now, this is the second video, like I said, so go ahead and check out the first one on my channel. If I remember, I will leave it in the description, but I'll probably forget. This was filmed, again, like I said, all in the same day. So yeah, I'm wearing the same thing. I forgot to mention in the first video, not all of my dolls, will be in this video. I did say my childhood collections won't be in this series, but some of the dolls I did give middle names to, but this is just focusing on names that I basically completely changed except for last names, if that makes sense. I just wanted to put that in there because I forgot to put that in the first one. So we're starting with Merlot, Augustine, Carrington, and this doll was based around the name. So basically, there's a story to this one. This is going to be kind of long, because this is full of stories on how I came up with the names, and I tend to name things after names I really like or people that I admire or, characters that I connect with and stuff like that. So I'm a fangirl, not gonna lie. So anyway, Merlot's name, I was watching Allie's All My Dolls video on Allie Cat Loves AG, and her Joss Kendrick, her name is Marlo, and I thought she said Merlot, and I don't know why, because that is a wine, and I was like, what? And then I realized, oh, it's Marlo. Well, then the name Merlot never left my head. So I decided I wanted a doll with fiery red hair, and I wanted her name to be Merlot. Her middle name, Augustine, came from the song August by the Queen, Taylor Swift. I have my red Taylor's version merch on. This is my favorite sweatshirt. And it's based off of the song / character, if you will, from the Folklore album, because I got Merlot the day that album was released. And if you're a Swiftie, it was like, hey, I'm releasing a new album tomorrow. And then literally like 24 hours later, we had a new Taylor album. Complete surprise. So I thought that was really special that she was delivered on that day. And then Carrington comes from the Carrington family on Dynasty. Now, when I say Dynasty, I am talking about the old 1980s version, not the reboot, just to clarify. So yeah, she's a Carrington, and if you know what that means, great. If you don't, that basically means she's a spoiled little rich girl, but she's my rebel child, so she's kind of my spoiled little rebel. Here is Yasmin Mariah Weaver, and basically, okay, so she is named after the Bratz doll, Yasmin. Yasmin is not my favorite Bratz doll. Megan is actually my favorite Bratz doll, but I don't have like a big Megan. She's not supposed to look like any particular Yasmin. I just thought, that was like perfect. I actually have, if I can get her out without knocking things over, here is the 20th anniversary re-release of the Yasmin Bratz doll. But they're not supposed to like look anything alike, but that's where her first name came from. Her middle name of Mariah is from Mariah Carey. I am a total lamb. I absolutely love Mariah. And, her hair gave me Mariah vibes. Now, her last name, I laugh whenever I have to tell this story because it's so bizarre. So her last name comes from the actress Sigourney Weaver, and she is in the movie Holes, which, if you don't know, was a Disney movie starring like Shia LaBeouf way back when I was a kid, and my graduating class, like, that was our favorite movie. Anytime we got to pick a movie, we would always pick Holes. I don't know why. So the summer I got Yasmin, I showed my little cousins that movie, and I was like, you know what? The warden, she's just like an actual queen. So I got Yasmin a couple days later, and I was like, I should just do it. I should just name her that. So that's her really bizarre name story, I guess. This doll actually I flip-flopped her name. So this is Simone Bindi Houston, and her name's Simone. She's not, typically, she's not named like after anybody, but I do spell it with a Y. It reminds me of Raven Simone, you know, if you know, you know, from That's So Raven and the Cheetah Girls. So that's who it kind of reminds me of. Bindi, I just thought the name was cute. Her name was originally Bindi Simone, but then I just didn't like it. I thought she looked more like a Simone. And Houston, obviously she's named after Whitney Houston, and I love her as well, another incredible vocalist. So that is her name. She doesn't really have like some weird, crazy backstory, but yeah, she's named after Whitney, basically. Here is Chloe Collette Dickens, and her name is spelled with a K, not a C, but no, it is not like the Kardashians. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say on that. I just like it spelled with a K because my name is spelled with a K. So her middle and last name are actually, they go together. Her last name, I'm gonna do this in a little bit of a different order. Her last name comes from one of my favorite actresses as well, Kim Dickens. If you don't know who she is, she was in Sons of Anarchy, and she's probably most known for her role as Madison Clark in Fear the Walking Dead. She was also in Deadwood, but I don't think like any of you are gonna know what that is. So I love her, and I was like, I need to have a doll with her last name. So that's where her last name comes from. Her middle name, Collette, is actually the name of the character Kim played in Sons of Anarchy. I don't recommend, a lot of these shows I'm mentioning in this series, I don't recommend you watch if you're like under 18. So I probably should have said that at the beginning of the video. But yeah, that's Chloe Collette Dickens, and I think just the Chloe Collette is super cute. So it had to go to a super cute doll. And speaking of super cute, look at her outfit. I love this outfit. Here is Rihanna and Sarah Nix, and she is my renamed Courtney Moore. And basically she is completely named after Fleetwood Mac. So Rhiannon is the name of a Fleetwood Mac song. If you don't know, they were a very popular band in the 70s and 80s, and they're amazing. Her middle name of Sarah is the name of my favorite Fleetwood Mac song, and it's also the name of one of my aunts, so it's kind of like after my aunt, who is super awesome. And then Nix is the last name of their lead singer, Stevie Nicks. And if you don't know who that is, pause the video and go look her up along with everybody else I've mentioned in this series, because they're all super fantastic. So yeah, Rhiannon is literally just named after Fleetwood Mac, so I guess she's like a Fleetwood Mac fangirl, I guess. Primrose Harmony Carter. So Primrose, I'm sure you guys know the story behind her name if you followed me for a while. I bought her from Allison over at AG Primrose, and that was a name that was actually on my list prior to getting her. Sienna was actually almost Primrose, my 83. So I got her for Christmas from my mom and dad, and basically I was like, it just fits her so well. She's so like proper and fancy. If you couldn't tell by the fancy pajamas, she's still my favorite. She's still my number one. So I named her Primrose. Her middle name of Harmony, since I got her for Christmas, I didn't want something super Christmassy, but I wanted, you know, something, you know, peaceful and so harmonizing, I guess. So Harmony. So I just give her a super, you know, peaceful and beautiful name. And then Carter, her last name actually is what her name was in Allison's collection. So her name is basically an ode to the fact that I got her on Christmas Day and my friend Allison, because Allison's amazing and, you know, she sold me the best doll in my collection. So yeah, that's Prim's story. All right, so here's where we get into the point where I don't remember all of their names. I have a list, but the list is on my phone, and I don't know if I agree with a lot of the ones I picked, you know, middle and last names. So if some of them from here on out don't have middle and last, it's just because I either haven't given them one or I just don't remember what it is. So here's Cordelia. She's my custom Blair, and she goes by Delia. And she actually came to me on my birthday. I won her in a giveaway, and I've known I wanted to use the name Cordelia for a really long time. I didn't know who I wanted to use it on, but I think it fits her really well. She's super unique, so she deserves a super unique name. She is actually now my second doll in my collection with uniquely colored hair, now that I have Corinne. So yes, Cordelia, super unique name. I get a lot of questions because I don't hide that I'm a huge American Horror Story fan, and they're like, oh, did you name her after Cordelia Good from Coven? No. That's my least favorite American Horror Story character. I'm not, you know, shy about sharing that. She just is. No, but that's a whole nother thing. So no, she's not named after Cordelia. I do sometimes call her Delia or Dee Dee, but she's basically just Cordelia all the time. Here is Vienna, And since she is Sienna's twin, her last name is West, and I'm completely blanking on what middle name I gave her, but Vienna, this is so bizarre. The first time I ever heard this name was on, I think it was like The Bachelor, and I don't watch that. I think my mom was watching it like 10 years ago or something, and I heard that name, and I was like, that's so pretty, and it's just always stuck with me. So then when I had Sienna, and everyone's like, Kira kind of looks like 83, and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna make them fraternal twins. So I had Sienna and Vienna, and their last name obviously comes from Mara West, the actress on General Hospital. So here we have my truly me, 38, and her name is Virginia Westfall. I can't remember what her middle name is. I think it was mentioned in an All My Dolls video, a couple All My Dolls videos ago. Her first name of Virginia, I'm not gonna lie to you, literally comes from the TV show The Waltons, another super old TV show that you guys probably have no idea like what it is. That's just where the family lives. And then they end up having a granddaughter whose name is Virginia, and they call her Ginny, so sometimes I call her Ginny. And a lot of the kids in that family have red hair, so I was like, you know what, she's got red hair, so perfect. Her middle name of Westfall actually comes from the show Wentworth. And it is from the character Bridget Westfall, who I absolutely love. So yeah, I cannot remember what the heck her middle name is. I'm really bad at this, you guys. Usually I'm super good with names, but yeah, that's Ginny. So this is Hayden, Juliet, Henner, and she's my custom number 4. So basically, this might be even more embarrassing than the Holes story. So Hayden, I play The Sims. I love The Sims. It's like the only game I play, and The Sims 3 is my absolute favorite. So I like to play Legacy. Like, so you start off with a founder, and then you see like how big you can make your house, like how many generations you can go before, you know, you're bored with the family or your file corrupts. So I had a Sim, and her name was Hayden, and she had fiery red hair like this. And she was awesome. I think she was the daughter of my founder. I can't remember. She was amazing. I loved her so, so much. So when I bought this doll, I was like, I was really into playing The Sims at that time. And I was like, yeah, I'm naming you after a pixel. So that is where Hayden comes from. It's really unique compared to a lot of the names in my collection. Her middle name is Juliet, and it is obviously based off of Juliet from Romeo and Juliet, but also from Taylor Swift's Love Story, because I got her around the time Fearless, Taylor's version, was released. So now her last name, Henner, comes from the actress Mary Lou Henner. If you don't know who she is, she was in like Taxi, and she's really big on Hallmark in the Aurora Tea Gardens with Candace Cameron Bure. So that's who she is. She's got red hair like this. So I was like, yeah, you kind of, and I think Hayden Henner sounds super cute. So I was like, you remind me of Mary Lou. So yeah, that's Hayden. Last doll for today's video is Magdolna, and I call her Maggie. I can't remember if I gave her the rest of her name or not. I don't think I did, but she is a custom Joss Kendrick with a Blair wig. And her name, Magdolna, is actually, if you remember, my Joss Kendrick, her name is Mariska, after actress Mariska Hargitay. Mariska's middle name is actually Magdolna. So I was like, yeah, that's your name now. So I don't know why. I was like, yeah, I'm gonna name this one Magdolna. So she doesn't have the rest of her name, but I do call her Maggie. So I'm not just always like, this is my doll, super long, unique, beautiful name. She's Maggie. So yeah, her name is super interesting, but I absolutely love it. That's what makes her, you know, a part of the collection, because my girlies have really, really unique names for the most part. So anyway, let me know whose name was your favorite out of this segment by leaving a positive comment down below. If you have not already, give this video a big thumbs up, hit that subscribe button to become a member of the fam, and tap that really cool notification bell so you can know the exact moment I post a new video. Have a blessed day, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye, everybody.